All right, yes, I think I'm audible now to everyone, and I welcome all of you to my channel Omni Gyan. मेरे चैनल ओमनी ज्ञान में आप सब लोगों का बहुत 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 स्वागत है। तो आज हम लोग एक और इम्पोर्टेंट लेसन करने वाले हैं। आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन यू अनदर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट लेसन, अ डे इन द लाइफ ऑफ अ डेट कलेक्टर, एंड दिस इज क्लास 12 ऑल्टरनेटिव इंग्लिश। ओके, a day in the life of a debt collector, alternative English, class 12 MBOSE, and I'm going to make here as usual a full explanation. Okay, मैं पूरा explanation करने वाला हूँ। BXG Gaming, hello, how are you BXG Gaming? Okay, so without yes, I'm audible. Okay, so without much delay, further delay, let us start our explanation. Let us start the lesson today. Okay. All right, so this story is actually a very comedy story. This story is written by A Day in the Life of a Debt Collector, written by Munshi Premchand. Okay, I did not mention here though, but in the thumbnail you will see it is written by Munshi Premchand as per your class 12 syllabus. Okay, and Munshi Premchand is a very big writer. Okay, and whenever you study, obviously he wrote in Hindi, and later those were translated. But Munshi Premchand, without Munshi Premchand, actually literature, Hindi literature, also English, I would tell, it is incomplete, because his stories, they focus more on the social issues. Okay. All right, so the stories actually focus more on the social issues. Actually, even here also, though it's a comedy story, it's a pure comedy story, but still it is based on social issues. Actually, there are various social issues that we have. Actually, Munshi Premchand always focuses on those social issues, and here we are going to learn that only, but in a very humorous, comical manner. All right, in a very humorous and comical manner, we are going to learn those. All right, let us then start our explanation. All right, let us see here. So there is a character called Seth Chetaram. Okay, and he's a money lender. So the first heading that I have put here is Seth Chetaram's money lending. Okay, so let us learn about Seth Chetaram little bit. Okay, MB Bhai sir, in February exam please complete English, additional English syllabus class 11. It will be over, don't worry. Class 12 is also important, 11 is also important, both are important. Don't worry, I will be completing the entire syllabus, and that is why I am back, and every time I am doing live, because if I do a pre-recorded video, then it takes a lot of time editing and all. So I am simply making live videos for all of you. Okay, so even I have uploaded so many notes on my website also. You can follow those. All right, so here you see, and the link of the website is in the description box. Okay, and please follow me on Instagram also. Okay, Facebook I'm not very much active. You can follow me on Instagram. I keep giving notifications there also, and don't forget to check the community from time to time. Okay, on YouTube पे जो community है वो आप time to time check करते रहिए, क्योंकि बहुत important notifications वहाँ पे मिलता रहेगा आप सब लोगों को. Okay, so हम लोग start करते हैं अपने story से, explanation से. So there is a character called Seth Chetaram, and we will call him Seth Ji. Okay, in the story he is called Seth Ji. So Seth Chetaram is a man of 50 years. वो एक 50 साल के बूढ़े आदमी है, is a man of 50 years, and he was well known for his constant insistence on repayment and lending money. So Seth Chetaram is basically a money lender. He used to lend money to people, and the important part of his character is that he was a collector. Okay, the people he used to lend money, he used to every day go out and collect that money from those people जिनको सेठ जी ने पैसा उधार दिया है. सेठ चेताराम एक्चुअली पैसा उधार देते हैं, तो जिनको भी वो पैसे उधार देते हैं, हर रोज वो निकलते हैं उनसे पैसा वसूल करने के लिए. ओके, तो यू कैन कॉल हिम वसूली भाई ऑल्सो. देयर इज अ मूवी ऑल्सो, राइट, गोलमाल 3 आई थिंक, वसूली भाई. ओके, सो ही इज अ काइंड ऑफ अ वसूली भाई ऑल्सो. ओके, सो ही टुक केयर ऑफ बेसिक नीड्स लाइक बाथिंग, ड्रिंकिंग, ईटिंग. सो ही इज a man of 50 years, but he takes care of the basic needs. तो basic needs के ऊपर वो बहुत ज़्यादा focus रहते हैं, जैसे कि bathing. Every day he would take bath. Okay, he will never miss bathing. Drinking in the sense not drinking in the negative sense, drinking, having his basic drinking habits, eating habits, okay, and then actively pursue those who owed him money. तो रोज निकलते हैं, actively he would be telling those people who owed him money that return my money to me, and he would be very strict. जब भी वो जाते हैं किसी के घर पे पैसा वसूल करने के लिए, तो बहुत स्ट्रिक्टली उनसे बात करते हैं कि चलो मेरा पैसा वापस करो, return me my money. So he would be very actively and very strictly every day he would be going to those people and telling them to return his money. ठीक है, तो आगे देखते हैं. His liveliness was unmistakable in his expressive and animated face. तो उनका चेहरा जो था थोड़ा सा फनी था. His face itself was quite funny. Okay, a plumpy, big man. Okay, a funny looking man. And there was a liveliness in his character. He could talk. Every money lender should know how to talk. हर money lender को ये talking skill जो है ये बहुत अच्छे से आना चाहिए. And which could rival that of an acrobat. तो एक acrobat से उनको compare किया गया है. एक एक्रोबैट जैसे बहुत फ्लेक्सिबल होते हैं अपने चाल चलन में, है ना. तो उसी तरीके से इन द सेम मैनर ही वाज आल्सो अ काइंड ऑफ दैट पर्सन ओनली. सो ही फर्मली बिलीव दैट पर्सिस्टेंटली अर्जिंग फॉर पेमेंट वाज द की टू सक्सेस. तो उनका ये मानना था, दिस सेठ चेताराम वुड फर्मली बिलीव, ही वेरी स्ट्रांगली बिलीव दैट इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट यू गिव मनी टू समबडी एंड देन after 1 month you go and tell that man, come on, please return my money, I'm in need. No, every day he would go. So he firmly believed that if you do not persistently, continuously, constantly put a pressure on those people, then they will never pay money. And this was the key to his success. And he was every time successful because he went every day to those people who owed him money. जिनको उन्होंने पैसा उधार दिया था, वो हर दिन जाते थे उनके पास और बहुत प्रेशराइज करते थे कि मेरा पैसा रिटर्न करो मुझे. तो दैट इज व्हाई आई कॉल्ड हिम वसूली भाई. Okay, type of Vasuli bhai. Tapasya there, thank you so much sir for starting with the videos of class 12 order. I'm eagerly waiting for your videos. Yes, Tapasya, actually I'm shifting class 11, 12, 11, 12. So 11 2 videos, 2 explanations, class 12 2 explanations. I'm going in this way so that there is a balance. Okay. Then from morning till evening, he strategically managed to have lunch at one house and enjoyed other meals at the expense of the debtors. Okay, तो उनका क्या है, वो थोड़ा कंजूस भी है. ही इज लिटिल माइजर आल्सो. ओके, माइजर मींस हियर कंजूस. वो बहुत कंजूस भी है. अपने पैसे से वो खाना नहीं खाते, वो घर पे सिर्फ चाय पी के निकलते. से फॉर एग्जांपल ही वुड जस्ट हैव टी इन द ब्रेकफास्ट इन हिज हाउस. हिज वाइफ वुड जस्ट प्रिपेयर फूड, जस्ट टी एंड नथिंग एल्स. एंड देन हिज वाइफ वुड आस्क कि आज खाना कहाँ पे खाएंगे, घर पे खाएंगे, विल यू हैव लंच टुडे एट होम. Then Seth Chetaram would say, no, I will not have lunch at home. In my debtor's house I will manage. Debtor मतलब जिनको उन्होंने पैसा उधार दिया, उनके घर पे मैं खाना खा लूंगा. क्योंकि you see, वसूली जो करते हैं वो बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट भी होते हैं. They are very strict also those who do वसूली, right? So in any house that he went, obviously if somebody did not have money to repay that day, अगर किसी के पास पैसा नहीं हुआ सेठ जी को रिटर्न करने के लिए, then they would offer him lunch. So that would be his jugaar kind of a thing. उनसे वो जुगाड़ कर लेते थे. So he did not have lunch at home. So from morning till evening, he strategically managed. Somehow he managed to have lunch at one house or the other, or have meals at the expense of his debtors. तो जिनको उन्होंने पैसा उधार दिया, उनके खर्चे पे उनका lunch हो जाता. Alright, see what kind of a person he is. Alright, and this routine actually allowed him to save 800 rupees over 30 years of lending money. तो हर महीना जो है वो 800 रुपया बचाते हैं. एवरी डे ही वुड बी सेविंग अराउंड 800 रुपीज एंड दिस कंटिन्यूड फॉर 30 इयर्स ऑफ हिज मनी लेंडिंग थिंग. तो 30 साल से, पिछले 30 साल से वो पैसे उधार थे. यू सी, फॉर द लास्ट 30 years he had been lending money, and for the last 30 years every month he had saved 800 rupees. So how much would it be now? All right, so he would have lunch in those houses where he owed money. जहाँ उनको पैसा मिलना है, उनके घर पे उनका खाना हो जाता है, लंच हो जाता है उनके घर पे. तो no matter if there was a heavy rainfall or even a heavy storm, Sethi was sure to go out to collect his debts. पैसा कौन छोड़े, है ना, पैसा किसको छोड़ना है. तो no matter if there was heavy rainfall, ये उनको मैटर बिल्कुल नहीं करता है सेठ जी को. It did not matter for सेठ जी that even if there was a heavy rainfall or even a heavy storm, tornado would come, houses would be blown away. It did not matter to Sethi. Sethi would every day, it was his routine that every day he would go out to collect his debts. उनका उधार वो वसूल करने के लिए रोज जाएंगे. क्लाइमेट वेदर से उनका कोई लेना देना नहीं, देयर इज नथिंग टू डू विद द वेदर. ओके, ही वाज एज यूजुअल, ही वुड एज यूजुअल गो आउट. He even did not have lunch in his house, and that saved more money. Obviously, I told you here only that he never had lunch in his own house. और इससे जो है उनका पैसा बहुत ज़्यादा बचता है कि नहीं स्टूडेंट्स. ऑलराइट, सो दिस वाज अ टेक्निक ऑफ सेठ जी कि अगर किसी के पास पैसा नहीं हुआ उनको रिटर्न करने के लिए, तो उनके घर पे एटलीस्ट लंच तो हो जाएगा. देन अगेन नेक्स्ट डे ही वुड गो आउट आस्किंग फॉर मनी. Even if that day that person did not have money, then obviously lunch in his house, so lunch उनका जुगाड़ हो जाए. Alright, अब देखते हैं कि सेठ जी जर्नी फॉर अनपेड ड्यूज. तो जिनको वो पैसा उधार देते हैं, उनसे वो पैसा वसूल करने जब एक दिन निकले, ओके, तो उनके साथ एक घटना घटा. When सेठ जी one day, when सेठ जी actually see every day is not same for one person. सेठ जी had enjoyed a very nice routine having lunch in other person's house, but you see till for 30 years he had this habit, but you see one or the other day he was sure to fall in a difficulty. So Seth ji had fallen in a difficulty on that day only, on this particular day. And what was that? I'll explain you that. Let me read out one comment. This is by Angat Hajong. Okay sir, please update class 10 important chapters alti. Yes, I will be coming up with class 10 important alti chapters, also important questions, also for English, also important lessons for this year, important questions for this year. Okay, class 10, class 12 also. Okay, 11 is internal, that is why I am not concentrating much on class 11. Okay, so class 10 and 12 important questions I'll come up with. Okay, don't worry. तो यहाँ पे देखते हैं कि एक दिन क्या हुआ कि रॉक फार्मर, ओके, रॉक फार्मर हियर इज, हम लोग बोलते हैं ना फालतू कोई सरक छाप बदमाश टाइप का. ओके, आई एम राइटिंग इन हिंदी ओनली हियर. ओके, एक बदमाश टाइप का फार्मर जो है, उन्होंने सेठ जी से 5 रुपया उधार लिया था. ही हैड टेकन 5 रुपीज फ्रॉम सेठ जी एज उधार. ओके, ही ओड सेठ जी 5 रुपीज फॉर 6 मंथ. तो 6 महीना से ये 5 रुपया इस फार्मर ने वापस नहीं किया सेठ जी को. दिस फार्मर डिड नॉट रिटर्न द 5 रुपीज that he had taken 6 months before, and he did not return this money to Seth ji till now. Okay, and he hadn't paid. So Seth ji decided to visit the farmer's house. So Seth ji, as usual, every day he would go out. So he decided to visit the farmer's house, pressurize him, pay my 5 rupees now itself. Okay, and but there was a difficulty that this farmer's house was very far. Okay, though the long journey on foot was unpleasant. So Seth ji thought that this farmer's house is very, very far, and he had to go by foot because Seth ji is कंजूस, miser. He will not take auto or a rickshaw or a tanga or whatever it is. He will not take. So he was thinking of some kind of tactic. वो कुछ सोच रहे थे, कुछ अगर चमत्कार हो जाए जिंदगी में, that if some magical thing happen in right now, then it would be good that I would go to this farmer's house, but I will not pay money. So this was the strategy of Seth ji. But how? Then a very मैजिकल अपॉर्चुनिटी केम, एक बहुत मैजिकल चांस आया सेठ जी के लिए. कैसे? तो ही स्ट्रॉल्ड अलोंग, engaging in conversations with people he encountered. So he started walking, and while he walked, people were coming and going, so he started talking with everybody he met on the road. तो वो चल रहे थे और चल के जा रहे थे उस फार्मर के घर पे, और ये भी सोच रहे थे, he was thinking also that how to cover up such a long distance if I could get a vehicle. Okay, somebody would give me a lift for free. Okay, अगर किसी के घर से किसी से मुझे एक फ्री लिफ्ट मिल जाए तो बहुत बढ़िया हो जाता है, यही वो सोच रहे थे. एंड whoever he met, okay, so whoever he met, he started talking with them. Okay, with all the people he encountered on the way. आगे देखते हैं. Now he had fallen in a difficulty. Now the magic. Okay, now this magical opportunity comes. Encounter with the smart ekka driver. Ekka driver here is a one horse driven cart. एक घोड़े पे चलने वाला जो कार्ट होता है, that is called an ekka. So ekka driver is a टांगा actually. टांगा तो सब लोगों को पता है, टोंगा, लेकिन जो एक घोड़े पे चलता है, 2 घोड़े पे नहीं. Okay, so he met a very smart ekka driver. Let's see this. Okay, and this is going to be very interesting. Okay, so during his walk he met a Muslim ekka driver who asked Seth ji's destination. तो वो चल के जा रहे थे, he was walking, and he was also finding a strategy that how to get a free ride. Suddenly came a Muslim Ekka driver, and this Muslim Ekka driver asked Seiji, said, Seiji, where are you going? And the Ekka driver and Seiji gave one another a very fierce look, as if both of them understood that both were going to outwit one another. Actually, this Muslim Ekka driver was a very smart fellow. He was a very smart fellow, and they were talking. Okay, this Ekka driver and Seiji, they were talking, and while talking, this Ekka driver understood that Seiji is a very smart character, and if he takes a ride on my Ekka, on my Tonga, then he will not pay me money, or pay me very less money, which will be not enough for me. And even Seiji also understood that this Ekka driver was not a normal person to be fooled. कि मैं इस Ekka driver को उल्लू नहीं बना सकता, ये Ekka driver बहुत smart है. So both of them gave one another very fierce look, a very wide look, as if like both of them understood that one another, both of them are going to outsmart or outwit one another. कि एक Ekka driver और Seiji दोनों समझ गए कि भाई आज ये Ekka driver मुझे उल्लू बना सकता है, एंड Ekka driver also understood that Seiji जो है ये भी मुझे आज उल्लू बना सकता है. तो now these two characters, Ekka driver and Seiji, they are going to have some hilarious moments, but in a very serious manner. एक बहुत serious manner में दोनों बहुत hilarious moment होने वाला है, बहुत हंसी वाला moment होने वाला है. Okay, very hilarious moment is going to take place between both of them. How you see? Actually, as I told you, that Seiji wanted a free ride, and see, this is not possible, because you see, this Ekka driver, he is a very poor fellow, right? So he would need money. Now there can be a bargaining, but there's a limit to bargaining, right? If you go to a shop, and if the shopkeeper, you go to buy something in a shop, and the shopkeeper asks 1000 rupees for that product, and you would bargain, you have the right to bargain, you would bargain, but that does not mean that you will tell that no, I will not buy this product for 1000 rupees, I'll give 20 rupees. Where is 1000 rupees? Where is 20 rupees? There's a standard of bargaining also. Say 500 or 600 or 400. Alright, so this Ekka driver understood that Seiji will not give me enough money, or he will ride for free. And Seiji wanted a free ride. Very passionately he wanted a free ride. And this the Ekka driver understood very well. Ekka driver पहले ही समझ गया. When he was talking to Seiji, actually, at that very moment, this Ekka driver, he understood, okay, this Seiji will not pay me money, and I have to find a way to extract or to extort money from him. कि मुझे कोई तरीका ढूंढना पड़ेगा कि मैं Seiji से पैसा लूं. ओके, तो अब देखिए आगे क्या होता है. Then the Ekka driver, अब ये Ekka driver बहुत चालाक, he is a very smart Ekka driver. इसने सोचा कि let me hurt the ego of Seiji. Let me hurt the ego of Seiji, then he might pay me money. So Ekka driver started telling his sad story, okay, which made, that fate had made him poor and homeless. So the Ekka driver started telling the Seiji, actually, you see that I was once upon a time a very rich person. My forefathers were very rich. My father was a very rich person. But then it was my bad luck that made me poor and that made me homeless. Okay, and this Ekka driver also said that the Nawab actually treated his father like his own brother. So you can imagine that obviously the Ekka driver is telling all lies. Ekka driver सारे झूठ बोल रहे हैं, और Ekka driver बोल रहा है कि पता है Seiji, Seiji, the Nawab, Zamindar Nawab. Okay, Nawab treated my father like his own brother. We were like the family members of Nawab, but now you see my luck, the circumstances have changed now, and now these circumstances, the luck has forced me to work for people like you. Alright, so now circumstances have changed, leading them means the Ekka driver and people like him. Okay, people like the Ekka driver, leading them to work for people like Seiji. तो हमारे जैसे लोग जो है, आप जैसे लोग के अंडर काम करते हैं. But at one time, during my father's time, people like Seiji used to work under us. They used to salute us. कि Seiji, एक टाइम पे आप जैसे लोग जो है, हम जैसे लोग को सलाम करते थे. But आज situation change हो गया है. Now situation has changed, and now you see we are poor people, homeless people, so we have to serve you. Okay, ये क्या है कि he tried to hurt the ego of Sethji, and Sethji realized that the Ekka driver was a tough opponent. Sethji immediately उनको पता लग गया that this Ekka driver was a very smart fellow. Taking a free ride from him would be very tough because he seems to be a very tough opponent, okay, to be dealt with. But Sethji is also a very ziddi character, stubborn character. He accepted the challenge to outwit him. Sethji also took the challenge, and Sethji thought, no, today I will, he thought, okay, that today I will take a free ride from you, Ekka driver. Today I will take a free ride from you. Okay, you can be smart, but I am your father. It's something like that. Okay, you can be smart, but I am your father. वो एक मीम आता है ना, अब्बा अब्बू आ रहे हैं. Okay, so बाप बाप होता, right? So Sethji tried to convey that through his gestures. He did not speak, he did not say that, but through his gestures he tried to say that I am your father. Okay, so Sethji continued to speak highly about the Ekka driver and his father. So Sethji जो है, ये सुन के जो है Sethji ये बोलने लगे Ekka driver. He started praising the Ekka driver. Okay, he started praising the Ekka driver that, oh Ekka driver, your family was very big, you are very honest, this and that. He started telling, हम लोग बोलते हैं ना मस्का मारना, buttering, मस्का मारना. Okay, buttering. He was buttering the Ekka driver so that the Ekka driver would ultimately fall for the buttering and charge him nothing. Okay, you see that I would like to tell you one story. Okay, and when I read this story, okay, a few years back, when I read this story, I could relate it with my own. Okay, I'll just tell you in 5 minutes. It won't take long. Actually, I was going to a certain village actually from Tura. Okay, I was going to a certain village from Tura, and I had a friend. I had a friend with me, and I was very bhola wala. Okay, not very smart at that time. Now I have become a little smart, but not that time. Okay, and I went with a friend. So what happened is that we reached the village by bus. We took a bus from Tura, and by bus we reached that place. Now when we reached that place, actually our destination was very very far away. हमारा destination जो था वो बहुत ज़्यादा दूर था. So we needed a rickshaw, cycle rickshaw. We needed a rickshaw. Okay, and that particular point of that village was such that no houses were available around, no rickshaws were available around, and walking meant it would take 2 hours, at least 2 hours to cover that distance. At least 2 घंटे हमें लग जाएंगे उस distance को cover करने के लिए. Now we needed a rickshaw vehemently, very passionately. Now what happened is that we saw one rickshaw standing there itself. Okay, so my friend went, I also went with my friend, and we asked the rickshaw, how much would you charge? Now he charged 200. Now 200 was a big amount. I'm talking about around say 12, 13, 14 years back. Okay, 200 was quite a big amount at that time, and we were students also. We did not have so much money with us. So ultimately what happened is that my friend said, how much? He said 200. I said 200 is a very big amount. My friend said, keep quiet, don't talk, we'll see later. And then we agreed. Okay, actually my friend agreed. Okay, 200, fine. And then we sat on the rickshaw, and while the rickshaw was going, my friend was continuously buttering the rickshaw puller. Okay, the rickshaw driver, I'm sorry. My friend was continuously buttering the rickshaw driver, telling him, where do you stay? The rickshaw wala said that I stay here. Okay, you have wife and children at home? He said, yes, I have wife and one son and one daughter. Daughter is small, son is very big. Son goes to school. Oh, son goes to school, very good, very good. Arey, a rickshaw puller like you are sending your children to school, very good. One day your son will become an engineer, and then in future you need not drive rickshaw anymore. And he talked highly about the rickshaw puller, the rickshaw driver. And when we slowly when we reached the destination, how much did he charge? 200. Okay, remember this. So when we reached the destination, we came out of the rickshaw, and now my friend asked, so how much shall we pay? And you won't believe, students, if I tell you, the rickshaw wala said, pay whatever you want to pay. And my friend paid him 50 rupees only. And that rickshaw wala did not even complain. He was so happy. He was so happy. Alright, and he went. So this is the art of conversation. I felt that this is the art of conversation. Now, see, one negative thing is that whether that 50 rupees was quite enough for the rickshaw driver or not, that I do not know. But later I asked my friend actually, in whose house we went, okay, to whose house we went. We asked that friend that we paid 50 rupees to the rickshaw wala. My friend said that 50 rupees also is more. Actually, the charge is 30 rupees. You paid 20 extra. Okay, so we thought that we had possibly fooled the poor rickshaw driver. But when my friend said that, the other friend, whose house is in the village only, when he said that no, actually it is 30 rupees, you have given 50 rupees, to 20 rupees you have given extra, so you did not actually fool the rickshaw wala. So I was quite satisfied with that actually. Okay, so you see this Sethji is doing the same thing with this Ekka driver, trying to speak highly about the Ekka driver and his father, who was the friend of the Nawab. As per the Ekka driver's information, his father was the friend of Nawab. Okay, now let us continue. Now the Ekka driver started telling that the Ekka driver once possessed great wealth. तो Ekka driver ही कहता है सेठ जी से कि एक समय था जब मेरे पास बहुत पैसा हुआ करता था. Once upon a time I had plenty of money, but my luck changed when my grandfather passed away. Okay, but his fortune changed when his grandfather passed away and his riches were stolen, leaving him with only enough to pass his livelihood. So actually ये जो एक्का ड्राइवर है ये बोल रहा है, he is telling that you see Sethji, once upon a time I had huge amount of money, but my luck changed when my grandfather died and all my wealth were stolen. मेरा सारा जो है, all my riches, मेरा पैसा गहना, all were stolen and I was left with only very minimum thing to just live my livelihood, to just pass my livelihood. तो मेरे पास बहुत मिनिमम रह गया कि अपना जिंदगी में गुजारा कर सकूं, तो इतना ही रह गया. तो everything was luck actually, but once upon a time I was very rich. This Ekka driver is now hurting the ego. It is not true actually. He is trying to hurt the ego of Sethji. Now Sethji is known as a man. He was known for his integrity and intelligence. So Sethji is also not a very kacha khilari. Sethji is a man of intelligence. He advised the Ekka driver to embrace faith and lead a life of honesty and generosity. Sethji is also a very clever person, and Sethji is telling the Ekka driver that, see, all your wealth is stolen, and now you have only little of money to just pass your livelihood. But don't worry, you embrace faith. You are a very religious person. Oh, Ekka driver, you are a very religious person. You are a very holy person. You are a very honest person. So you lead a life of honesty and generosity by helping people. You see, Sethji is talking highly of the Ekka driver so that ultimately his goal of free ride is fulfilled. He wants a free ride. Okay, so that is why he is telling the Ekka driver that help others. Lead a life of honesty and generosity. Okay, because ultimately he wanted a free ride, and maybe out of honesty and generosity, the Ekka driver will not charge money from him. But Ekka driver is also not a kacha khilari. He understood the intention of Sethji. Alright, and impressed by the Ekka driver's sincerity and decency, so Sethji goes on praising the Ekka driver that, see Ekka driver, you are a very sincere man. Your face tells like that. You are a very decent man. The way you talk is very decent. And Sethji went on praising him for his generosity, that you are a very generous person. Even after losing such a huge wealth, you did not, take any negative step in life, like becoming a thief or a dacoit or a murderer or stealing people or fooling people. You never do that. Ekka driver, you are a very nice human being. Ekka driver understood that Sethji is overpraising me. वो जरूरत से ज्यादा ही मेरी तारीफ कर रहे. Okay, because the Ekka driver understood that the Sethji wants a free ride, which I will not give. However, the Ekka driver felt he might need to employ a different approach to achieve his goals. अब Ekka driver को लगा ये Sethji तो मेरा तारीफ को ज्यादा ही कर रहा है. This Sethji is overpraising me, so now I need to change my track. तो मुझे अब अपना रास्ता थोड़ा चेंज करना होगा ताकि मैं Sethji से पैसा ले सकूं. See, All this is happening. Seth is sitting in the Ekka. Okay, Seth जो है उस टांगे पे बैठा हुआ है, एक्का पे बैठा हुआ है, and all this is happening while he's undertaking the journey. The Ekka driver is, riding the tonga, the Ekka, and Seth is sitting on his tonga, okay, Ekka, and this is happening all by the time only. Okay, अब क्या होता है आगे कि aware of Seth Chetaram's persuasive skills, the driver planned to find a way to gain wealth from him. तो एक्का ड्राइवर को ये समझ में आ गया. This एक्का ड्राइवर understood that this Seth is going to fool me. Now I need to change my track. And the driver planned to find a way to gain wealth from him. That means to take his money, okay, to take the bhara, to take the fare, the ekka fare from Seth. He now tried a different approach. वो एक different approach try करने की कोशिश करे ताकि मैं Seth जी से पैसा ले सकूं, मेरा भी भाड़ा होता है. He admitted that he wasn't as honest as he seemed. तो एक्का ड्राइवर ने कहा नहीं सेठ जी, नो सेठ जी, यू थिंक आई एम ऑनेस्ट बट आई एम नॉट दैट मच ऑनेस्ट ऑल्सो, एंड आई हैव नो इंटेंशन ऑफ डूइंग एनी फेवर्स टू पीपल. मेरा कोई इंटेंशन नहीं कि मैं लोगों की मदद करूं, क्योंकि बिकॉज इफ आई गो ऑन हेल्पिंग पीपल देन हाउ विल आई अर्न माई लाइवलीहुड. इफ आई गो ऑन हेल्पिंग एवरीबडी देन हाउ विल आई अर्न माई लाइवलीहुड. So I have no intention of helping others. And you see, Seji, my face looks very honest and sincere, but I'm not so much honest also, as it wouldn't lead to any profit through generosity. So Ekka driver said, no, Seji, you are wrong. You are telling me to be generous, and you are telling that I am generous, but no, I am not at all generous. I am not kind-hearted. I am not sincere. I am not honest. Because if I go on doing honesty, if I go on doing generosity, then it will not lead me to any profit. I will have to, sleep without any food. मुझे बिना खाए मुझे सोना होगा, right? I will go without food if I become generous. So now Sethi felt that he would have to pay the Ekka driver a good sum of money for the journey which he earlier thought would be for free of cost. So Sethi felt that I have lost. Sethi ये सोच रहा है कि maybe I have lost and I will have to pay the Ekka driver a very huge sum of money because the distance was quite far. डिस्टेंस जो था बहुत ही ज्यादा दूर था. तो Sethi हार मान गया. Sethi had already accepted defeat now. So who proved smarter? It was the Ekka driver who proved smarter, because in the beginning, initially, Sethi thought that I am smart. I will not pay a single penny to the Ekka driver. But now the Ekka driver, with his dimag, okay, with his intelligence, he has now almost defeated Sethi. और Sethi को पता लगे नहीं भाई अब तो मुझे पैसा देना ही होगा. I will have to pay money and a good sum of money because it was a very long journey. And earlier Sethi had thought that I will take a free ride, but no, he will have to pay the Ekka driver now. Now he argued that he was as shrewd as a rat and wouldn't let anyone cheat him out of even a single penny. तो एक्का ड्राइवर ने ये भी कहा, साथ साथ एक्का ड्राइवर जो है थोड़ा सा गुस्से में आ गया. Now एक्का ड्राइवर became little more violent and he said that I am very shrewd, मतलब मैं एक villain character हूँ. I am very villainous as a rat and I will not let anyone cheat me, even if it is single penny also. एक रुपया भी मैं नहीं छोड़ूंगा किसी से. Even one single penny also, I will not let anyone cheat me, even one single penny also. And Sethi understood that gone case, I will have to pay him money now. So Sethi, who was a very devout person, he was devoted to Shiva actually. Every day he worshipped Lord Shiva. He urged Khan Sahib. Now he started calling the Ekka driver Khan Sahib. हम लोग साहिब कब बुलाते हैं? साहिब means here sir, right? Whom do we call sir? Anybody who is elder to us or holds a position in the society, we call them only sir. We address them as sir. But this Sethi started calling the Ekka driver as Khan Sahib, okay, to seek money from another source and manage the police situation. Now, police situation in what? I'll tell you what. This Sethi tried to frighten the Ekka driver that if you do not have license for driving Ekka, then the police will catch you. So Sethi started telling this Khan Sahib, that is the Ekka driver, that अरे एक्का driver, अरे खान साहिब, you take money from somebody else and you manage the police situation also because you do not have license, no? All right. Now the Ekka driver was lacking a license. He proposed payment to Seiji for various services, including ferrying passengers to the police station. So the Ekka driver, he was lacking a license, okay, and he the proposed payment to Seiji for various services, including ferrying passengers to the police station. तो एक्का ड्राइवर ये कहता है कि मेरे पास लाइसेंस नहीं है, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन मैं लोगों को सर्विस तो दे रहा हूँ ना. आई एम गिविंग सर्विस टू पीपल. आई एम फेयरिंग पैसेंजर्स फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू द अदर. Even sometimes I am ferrying passengers to the police station also. So I am working hard na. So why wouldn't I be paid money from the customers? तो मैं कस्टमर से तो पैसे लूंगा ही. And the authorities even supported the Ekka driver finding fault with passengers who refused payment. So the Ekka driver was telling that you are trying to frighten me of the police. Seiji, you are trying to frighten me of the police. Police will scold you only. Because police generally scold the passengers. These passengers only police will scold. Why? Because they don't pay money. After riding, they will tell. There were passengers in the past also. After riding, they said that we will not pay you money. Why? Because you don't have license for driving your Ekka. And I took them to the police station. And even the police also supported me only. Police ने मुझे ही support किया. And the police people, they scolded the passengers because they refused to pay me. So Seiji, if I take you to the police station, I mean the manner he was talking, no, it seems that the Ekka driver was telling, this Khan Sahib Ekka driver was telling telling Seth Chetaram that, okay Seiji, I will take you to the police station. Let the police decide then. But it will be your loss only. Why? Because police will scold you. Maybe he will put you inside the jail also. Okay. And I don't have license, it does not matter to the police. Police will not tell me anything. I am a poor person. Now Seiji का दिमाग घूम गया. Seiji's head spinned completely. What to do? He has fallen in a difficult situation from all the angles. सारे एंगल से सेजी ही जो है डिफॉल्टर हो गया. एक बहुत खराब पोजीशन में आ गए सेजी. अब सेजी क्या करे कि पुलिस का डर दिखा के भी इसको कोई फायदा नहीं. ओके. So the Ekka driver told Seiji that if any passenger refused to pay, then he would take them to the police station. तो उसका कहने का मतलब यही था कि see Seiji, last time also it happened like that. Now also you are doing like that. And let me tell you, Seiji, that if any passenger refuses to pay me money, then I take them to the police station. Or sometimes, and he was doing like that. Okay, I'll show in action. And even he did like that. Sometimes I take matters in my own hand also. As if he's trying to say that, Seiji, if you don't pay my money, then I'll see you. And Ekka driver was a strong man. है ना, Ekka driver एक बहुत strong man था. तो Seiji जो है वो बुरे आदमी थे, 50-year-old man. So उनको डर लग गया. Okay. And this left Seiji disgusted. Okay. तो Seiji जो है पूरा disgust हो गया and he feeling the need to cleverly navigate the situation. अब Seiji को लगा मैं तो फंस गया. I have fallen in a difficult situation, and now he felt that I need to handle the situation. Navigate the situation means I need to handle the situation very very cleverly. अब सेजी क्या करेगा? देखिए सेजी के पास जो है स्टूडेंट, सेजी does not have any other opportunity now. सेजी has to pay money. So सेजी ने ultimately सेजी inquired about the amount he owed to the driver and was taken aback. मतलब he was shocked by the amount. Okay, he was completely shocked by the amount, by the sum. तो सेठी ने जब पूछा कि ओके खान साहिब आपका कितना पैसा हुआ है, तो खान साहिब दैट इज द एक्का ड्राइवर टोल्ड हिम द अमाउंट कि आपका इतना पैसा हुआ है. एंड सेठी आफ्टर हियरिंग द अमाउंट सेठी वाज शॉक्ड. Okay. How? Because when the journey ends, the Ekka driver charges 8. Okay, the Ekka driver charges 8 आना. तो journey जब खत्म होता है तो Ekka driver 8 आना charge करता है. And 8 आना for a normal person, for an honest person, 8 आना is okay. But for Seiji who wanted a free ride, वो एक फ्री राइड चाहते थे, उनके लिए 8 बहुत बड़ा अमाउंट है. इट्स अ वेरी वेरी बिग अमाउंट फॉर अ कंजूस आदमी लाइक सेठ जी, फॉर अ माइजर लाइक सेठ जी. ही वाज शॉक्ड. He was shocked by the amount. Okay, आगे देखते हैं अब. ओके, अब आगे देखते हैं. Now Seiji did not wanted to pay such an amount for a short journey. अब ये short journey कहा था, it was a very long journey, but Seiji did not wanted to pay such a big amount like 8 annas for a very short journey. So Seiji started arguing with the Ipka driver, telling him that, अरे okay, let me just read your comment. सर कहाँ थे आप? मेरा इंग्लिश और ऑर्डिनरी इंग्लिश में कुछ प्रिपेयर नहीं हो रहा था. ओके फाइन. प्रव, ओके प्रव, आई एम बैक, डोंट वरी. एक्चुअली मुझे टेक्स्ट बुक पढ़ने में थोड़ा सा टाइम लग रहा है, क्योंकि मैं बहुत डिटेल इंफॉर्मेशन, डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन देता हूँ. आई गिव अ वेरी डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन, दैट इफ आई नीड टू रीड द टेक्स्ट, and it is not a shortcut process at all. Actually, let me tell you one thing, that many students keep requesting me, sir, please upload this particular lesson, this particular lesson, this particular lesson. But let me tell you that I have to read the textbook. Without reading the textbook, I cannot explain you in a detailed manner. And going page by page is also difficult. It will take, this video will go 3 hours if I go page by page. So whatever is important in the story, I will be focusing only on that. Okay, so I need to read the textbook. मुझे टेक्स्ट बुक पढ़ना होता है, और इसके लिए मुझे टाइम लगता है 2-3 दिन, कभी 3-4 दिन भी टाइम लग जाता है. इट टेक्स मी अराउंड 3-4 days ऑल्सो टू रीड द टेक्स्ट बुक, टू अंडरस्टैंड, टू प्रिपेयर समरी. ये जो सारी चीजें आप देख रहे हो, ऑल दिस राइटिंग, इट नीड्स अ लॉन्ग टाइम टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड. ऑलराइट, सो यू हैव टू गिव मी लिटिल टाइम, बट आई अश्योर यू दैट आई विल बी कंप्लीटिंग द एंटायर सिलेबस ऑफ क्लास 11 and 12. डोंट वरी. ओके, तो यहाँ पे देखते हैं. तो Seiji did not wanted to pay such a huge amount for a short journey. So Seiji started arguing with the Ekka driver that, "Arey, it was such a short journey and you're asking such a huge amount. Okay, I thought that it will cost only half anna. Okay, ते 8 आना क्यों? 8 के नीचे मतलब 4 आना होना चाहिए था. It should have been half anna. Okay, at least half of 8 is 4 anna. So I thought it would be half anna. You are charging 8 annas. It is too much. I will not pay so much money." And Seiji sat firmly in his place. So Seiji जो है, he was sitting on the Ekka. He refused to come out of the Ekka. He refused to come out of the Tonga. He said that, "No, I will pay you only 4 annas. I will not pay you more than that. And if needed, I will also go for an argument with you." So if needed, he would go also for an argument with the Ekka driver, but I will not pay you 8 annas. 8 annas is too much. Now they arrived at a hut by the roadside. तो रास्ते के, तो लोग रास्ते के साइड से जा रहे थे. And here the Tonga was, the Ekka was placed here, and Seiji was sitting here only. Now, just by the roadside, there was a small hut. एक छोटा सा एक hut है. Okay, there is a small hut here by the roadside where Seiji gifted the driver a 2 anna coin to buy candy for his children. तो वो उतरे और उसने क्या किया? He gave the Ekka driver a 2 anna coin, not 8 annas. Okay, a 2 anna coin to buy. He did not even give 4 annas also. He gave just a 2 anna coin to buy chocolates, candy for his children. Now the Ekka driver was highly frustrated that where is 8 anna and where is 2 anna. He was very much frustrated, but he could not tell anything also. The bitterness of their hardships bothered Seiji, causing him to hesitate and then decide against giving 1 more anna, but not a penny more. Now the argument was going on. The Ekka driver said, "No, Seiji, a 2 anna is very less. You are giving me to buy candy for my children for 2 annas. 2 annas is very less. No, you have to pay me the full amount." And while the argument was going on, Seiji said, "Okay, I will give you 1 more anna. That is 3 anna I will give you, but not a penny more than that. उससे एक पैसे में ज़्यादा नहीं दूंगा, मैं 3 आने तक दूंगा तुमको. I will pay you only 1 anna, but not more than 1 anna, not a penny more." Now the Ekka driver also felt in a difficulty. Now what happens is that this Seiji meets the Ekka driver's wife. Actually, I told you about this hut now. Okay, this hut. So there is a woman who comes out of this house. Okay. Later you will know, I've already given you the information that he was the Ekka driver's wife actually. Okay, I'll tell you that. So Seiji means the Ekka driver's wife, and here is where the story will end in a very hilarious manner. Okay, in a very very funny manner the story will end. Sir, please start trailing the Jaguar. This is by Sneha Sarkar. Yes, I will start. I think the next video will be on trailing the Jaguar also, but I will have to read the text first. Okay, then only I will be coming up with the explanation. Okay, so the Ekka driver tells him how poor people are going to feed their children as they are humans too. So Ekka driver, when he got only 3 आना, जब उनको सिर्फ 3 आना मिला, so this Ekka driver told Seiji that Seiji, you gave me only 3 annas. How am I going to feed my children? We are also human beings, and we are very poor people. Okay, we earn only I earn only by driving this Ekka only. I don't have any other source of income. I earn from this Ekka only by driving this Ekka only. So if all the people like you, if you pay us less, then how are we going to feed our children? We are human beings too. And then a woman comes out. The woman comes out of the hut and welcomes Seiji in her hut. तो एक woman जो है वो उस hut से बाहर निकलती है, and she welcomes Seiji in her hut. She tells Seiji, "अरे Seiji, come to my hut. Please come, have some rest here. Then you can, make your journey." And she was wearing a pink sari, and she was chewing pan also. Okay, तो वो एक पिंक कलर की साड़ी पहनी हुई थी और वो पान चबा रही थी. उसके पूरे जो मुंह है वो पूरा लाल था. Okay, the whole mouth was red. Okay, because of chewing pan. And she was basically very beautiful and a charming woman and very tempting too. Tempting आपको पता होगा ना, attractive. Okay, she was a very attractive woman. She was wearing pink sari. Okay, and she had put on some perfume. Okay, scent, and this actually captivated, intoxicated. Okay, Seiji. और Seiji जो है वो सेंट जो है इस महिला के ड्रेस से आ रहा था, साड़ी से आ रहा था. द सेंट, द परफ्यूम वाज कमिंग फ्रॉम दिस वुमन साड़ी एक्चुअली, एंड दिस एक्चुअली इंटॉक्सिकेटेड Seiji. Seiji जो है पूरा वो घायल हो गया. Seiji जो है वो सेंट जब मिला वो पूरा घायल हो गया Seiji. Okay, alright, because you see he was having a wife who was old also, right? Okay, I hope you are understanding this thing. Okay, a little tempting also. Okay, so the women in a very tempting manner, she called Seiji inside the house, and Seiji could not resist. Whenever a beautiful lady or a beautiful woman invites you, you cannot resist, right? And she was holding a fan, oh, hand fan. Okay, she was holding a hand fan, and Seiji went inside the house, and Seiji sat on the bed, and this woman was holding a fan, and she was waving it over Seiji. She told Seiji, you look very tired, you are sweating also. Let me fan you a little bit. Okay, and with every motion of her hand, because the wind was also there coming out of the fan. With every motion of the fan, the scent of her, the perfume, the scent of her clothes intoxicated Seiji more and more. तो जितना वो हवा दे रही थी Seiji को, उतना ज्यादा इस वुमेन के, लेडी के क्लोथ से उतना ज्यादा वो परफ्यूम का जो है सुगंध, सेंट वो निकल रहा था, और Seiji जो और ज्यादा घायल हो रहा था. He was completely getting intoxicated because of the perfume, and Seiji was enjoying the moment like anything. Okay, वो moment जो है Seiji बहुत ज्यादा enjoy कर रहा था. Okay, बहुत funny भी है. You can imagine what one fat plumpy man, 50-year-old man, sitting inside a hut, and one very young kind of a lady wearing a pink sari was fanning chewing pan and fanning that 50-year-old Buddha admi. Okay, just then the Ekka driver comes in and asks some money from Seiji to buy snacks for him. तो उसी टाइम वो Ekka driver अंदर आता है. Actually Seiji does not know that these women and Ekka driver are husband wife. So वो Ekka driver अंदर आता है, and he tells Seiji, please give me some money, I will buy snacks for you. You will rest here, no? So you give me some money, I will go and buy some snacks for you. Okay, you remember one thing, okay, students, that how much money did this Seiji gave the Ekka driver? 3 annas. First he decided upon 2 anna, and then while they were arguing, Seiji said, okay, 1 more anna, 3 annas I'll give you, I'll not give you more than that. So Ekka driver took that money. He thought that there is no use arguing with Sethji. He is conjuice. He will not give money. Just then the woman comes out and takes Sethji inside that hut. And then after some time, that Ekka driver comes in and tells Sethji, the Sethji, please give me some money. I will buy some sweets, some snacks for you. You will rest here, no? So Sethji gave an 8 anna coin to the driver. Alright. So he said, I will. So Sethji gave an 8 anna coin to the driver. So Sethji ने उसको 8 anna coin दे दिया driver को. So Ekka driver, when the Ekka man asked if he would buy some sweets also, तो पहले कहा मैं snacks खरीद के लेके आऊंगा. तो फिर कहा कि तो फिर Sethji ने 8 आना दिया. Then the Sethji gave 8 anna coin to the driver. But then the Ekka man again asked that Sethji, shall I buy some sweets also? For that, so I will need some more money. So can I buy some sweets for you also? Oh, because the women was there, no. So now Sethji cannot act in a conjuice manner. Women is there, no. He has to show some attitude because that women is sitting there, na. So he has to show some attitude also. So because of that attitude only, otherwise he will fall in a very embarrassing manner. Okay. So Sethji, he threw another 4 anna coin on the ground. तो सेठ जी ने बहुत एटीट्यूड दिखाते हुए, क्योंकि वुमेन सामने बैठा हुआ था, लेडी सामने बैठा हुआ था, थोड़ा एटीट्यूड दिखाना होगा ना कि मैं अमीर आदमी हूँ, राइट और रॉन्ग. तो उसने क्या किया, he took out another 4 anna coin and threw on the ground, telling the driver, Ekka driver, that go buy sweets for your children. Alright. Now the woman, he scolded the Ekka man. Ekka man is her husband only. Okay, this the Sethji does not know. So the women scolded the Ekka driver that, you fool, return the money to Sethji. Return the money to Sethji, return the coin to Sethji. Sethji is my guest. I will pay money for him. Why you will pay money? Return the money. Okay. So instead she offers 1 rupee. 1 rupee is higher in value than 8 annas. Okay. अगर आप calculate करें तो 8 annas actually, क्योंकि because it's a very old story, that is why 8 annas used to be a lot of money at that time. Okay, so instead of that 8 annas, actually she told that you return the 8 annas to Sethji, return the 8 annas to Sethji, return the 4 annas to Sethji, I will give you 1 rupee. So these women, she offers 1 rupee to the Ekka driver, who is her husband only, and tells him to bring sweets with that money and return the 8 annas to Sethji. तो जो 8 आना है, मैंने 4 आना कहा था, जो पूरा जो 8 आना है, वो 8 आना कहा कि सेठ जी को रिटर्न करो, रिटर्न दैट 8 आनास टू सेठ जी, आई विल गिव 1 रुपी, गो एंड बाय स्वीट्स फॉर माय गेस्ट, गो एंड बाय स्वीट फॉर सेठ जी को. अब सेठ जी जो है वो शर्मा गया, मतलब ही फेल्ट वेरी एम्बैरेस्ड. दिस मेड सेठ जी वेरी एम्बैरेस्ड दैट एन ऑर्डिनरी Ekka driver's wife, that is ordinary woman, was giving 1 rupee to her husband. ये जो औरत है, this wife was giving 1 rupee to this Ekka driver. No, I will pay money. And when the Ekka driver went away, the woman offered a pan to Sethji. Okay, so Sethji थोड़ा सा शर्मा गया, ये अरे मेरे रहते हुए you are giving money, So Ekka driver went away from there, and now the woman offered pan to Sethji. Now this is where the story actually ends on a very hilarious moment. I tell you why. She offered a pan. She made a pan with her own hand, and she offered a pan to the Sethji. Now let me tell you one thing. What religion does the Ekka driver follow? He is a Muslim. Okay, so his wife is also a Muslim lady. Sethji politely refused to take the pan since she was a Muslim woman. So Sethji ne very politely, she refused the pan. She refused to take the pan because she was a Muslim woman. And there are many Hindus actually who believe that if I eat something given by a Muslim person, then my religion will become polluted. Okay, now there is nothing like that, but you see there are many fundamentalists actually, we tell, who believe in this kind of things. Caste is one very important thing, and that is why I told you in the beginning that Munshi Premchand always writes on social issues. Okay, some of his well-known novels are Godan, then Poos Ki Raat, you can find in YouTube also. Okay, Poos ki Raat. You'll find all this in even you have read one story by Munshi Premchand in class 9 also, My Big Brother. Right? So comedy also, these are very tragedy stories also. Okay, taking the social issues, and sometimes he explains the social issues in his stories in a very humorous, funny manner, like this story. But now this women, अब ये जो एक्का ड्राइवर का वाइफ है, ये she is adamant, no no Sethi, I will feed you pan with my own hand. Okay, she was adamant in feeding pan to Sethi. Sethi said no no I will not pay. So in a very playful manner, okay, बहुत ही tempting manner में, playful manner में, she took the pan and started putting inside the mouth of, she brought it near the mouth of Seiji and wanted to feed him. Okay, so in a very playful manner, she opened the box, baksa खोला, took out the pan and put into the mouth of Seiji. तो वो लेने के लिए गई actually to put it inside the mouth of Seiji, but Seiji will not take. Seiji now he feared of being polluted. जैसे मैंने कहा कि there are many who believe that if I take accept food from another religion, ये हर religion में है, मैं किसी रिलीजन को इससे अलग नहीं करूंगा, ये हर रिलीजन में है, किसी में थोड़ा ज्यादा है, किसी में थोड़ा कम है, बट इट इज देयर, in every religion it is there that we will not take accept any food from other religions because that will pollute my own religion. Now I do not understand the what is the basis of all these things, but there are many actually. I personally don't believe in all these things. I have friends from every community, and I have known people from every community. I feel the greatest religion is humanity or humanism. No Hinduism, no Christianism, no Islamism. It's only humanism that is more important. Because if I see somebody who is in trouble in front of me, I will not go and ask his religion before helping him. अगर मैं किसी को मुसीबत में देखता हूँ तो मैं पहले जाके उससे नहीं पूछूंगा भाई तुम्हारा रिलीजन क्या है ये बताओ, तब मैं हेल्प करूंगा. मैं ये कभी नहीं करूंगा और किसी को करना भी नहीं चाहिए. If you see somebody in trouble, go immediately and help that person, whether the person is a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian or a Sikh or a Parsi, whoever that person is. Uphold the greatest religion, which is humanism. जो भी हो, मैंने थोड़ा सा मोरल यहाँ पे आप लोगों को नॉलेज दे दिया है. Anyways, let's come back to the story. So he had the fear of being polluted if he took pan from a Muslim woman because this was against his religion. तो रिलीजन ये कहता है कि तुम मुस्लिम के हाथ से खाना नहीं खाओगे. सो ही रश्ड आउट, डैश्ड आउट ऑफ द हाउस टू एस्केप. तो सेठ जी भागने लगा एंड सेठ जी स्टार्ट्स रनिंग वाइल्डली. हिज धोती ऑलमोस्ट केम ऑफ. तो भागते भागते उनका धोती ऑलमोस्ट खुल गया. अब भागते भागते उनका पर्स भी गिर गया उनके पॉकेट से. वाइल रनिंग हिज पर्स, मनी बैग ऑल्सो फेल डाउन फ्रॉम हिज पॉकेट. But there was no way stopping. कोई उपाय नहीं कि सेठ जी रुक जाए. Because if सेठ जी stops to pick up his money bag, then this woman will come and forcefully put the pan inside his mouth. He can lose money, but not religion. वो पैसा खो सकते हैं लेकिन अपना रिलीजन नहीं खो सकते. भाई रिलीजन तो मतलब from the time of birth he was having religion, and if once religion goes, religion will not come back. Money can be earned, but religion, once it goes, it cannot be earned. So he did not stop. So he stopped for a moment, looked back, and for maybe 1 second, 2 seconds, he felt that will I pick my money? But then he thought, no, I will not risk my religion over a few annas which was there inside his money bag. So मेरे money bag में कुछ few annas है, little bit of money is there in my money bag, but I will not risk my religion for a few for a little bit of amount of money. Okay, so सेठ जी turned back to tighten his धोती. तो सेठ जी जो है थोड़े रुके, he stopped little and then he tightened his धोती, अपना धोती कस के बांध लिया, and this woman picked up the bag by then. Okay, ये जो women थी उसने ये बैग उठा लिया और उठा के जो है सेठ जी को बहुत नॉटी तरीके से and gestured सेठ जी to come back in a naughty manner. तो मैं आपको थोड़ा एक्टिंग करके दिखाता हूँ, जो जैसे मैंने अपने स्टूडेंट्स को दिखाया था. This woman was holding the money bag. Say, I have the mouse in my hand. Okay, so this Seiji was holding the money bag. The woman was holding the money bag in her hand, and she was holding this money bag in one hand, and she was telling Seiji to come back like that. Come. She was telling like that. Okay, and there was no way that Sethi would come back to pick up the money because his religion was at risk. So he ran away from there, and he thinks about whether he would give up his belief for some rupees, but then he wonders he would find another soul like his. तो उसने कहा मेरा सोल इम्प्योर हो जाएगा अगर मैंने मुस्लिम के हाथ से खाना खा लिया तो. माई सोल विल बिकम इम्प्योर इफ आई टेक पान फ्रॉम दिस मुस्लिम लेडी. आई कैन अर्न मनी बट वेयर विल आई फाइंड अनदर सोल. मुझे दूसरा आत्मा कहाँ मिलेगा? पैसा तो मुझे मिल जाएगा, आई विल अर्न मोर मनी, बट सोल फ्रॉम वेयर विल आई गेट मोर सोल. राइट. So Seth ji runs like a dog beaten in a dog fight. तो सेठ जी जो है वो भागता है, वो ऐसे भागता है, and he runs like a dog as if he was beaten in a dog fight. Dog fight होता है ना, कुछ you know one dog will be here, another dog will be here, dog fight होता है जो है. तो सेठ जी ऐसे भागने लगा जैसे कि ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे कि उसको ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे वो एक डॉग फाइट में हार गया था. He had lost in his dog fight. And just hold a second, I'll just see your comments once more. Alright, so Seth ji runs like a dog beaten in a dog fight, stopping now and then to see if anyone is coming after him. तो Seth ji जो भागने लगा और कुत्ते की तरह भागने लगा. He started running like a dog as if he was defeated in a dog fight. Sometimes stopping and looking back, but then he sees if anybody is coming after him. अगर कोई उसको चेक कर रहा है तो वो देख रहा है पीछे और देख रहा है कि वुमेन जो है बहुत दूर खड़ा है. The woman was standing very far away and then he started running. कभी देखता है पीछे. Sometimes he stops and looks back as if some devils were coming after him or not. And finally he runs away. And this is where the story ends. Okay, so how you like the story? It was a very comedy story, but you see the religion part was upholded in a very humorous manner, बहुत funny manner से. यहाँ पे जो social issue था वो था religion. Okay, this religious thing was upholded in a very funny manner. बहुत funny manner से यहाँ पे uphold किया गया. But you see, you understood, I think, the part. Okay, and one more thing that is in the story is that over smartness, overconfidence, that I am smarter than other people or over smartness, ये दोनों चीज भी यहाँ पे जो है आउट स्मार्टनेस. ओके, वो आउट स्मार्ट हो गया बाय अ वेरी ऑर्डिनरी एक्का ड्राइवर एंड हिज वाइफ. एक बहुत ऑर्डिनरी पुअर एक्का ड्राइवर एंड हिज वाइफ आउट स्मार्ट्स दिस सेठ जी, दिस माइजर कंजूस सेठ जी. ऑलराइट, so this is the story and which ends in a very humorous manner. All right, and please don't forget to comment how you like the story. Okay, आप लोग कमेंट करना ना भूलिएगा कि आप लोग सब लोगों को ये कहानी लगा कैसा. Okay, and please do forget to subscribe, like and share the videos, and I'm there on Instagram also. I don't use Facebook much, but that's okay. You can watch the notifications maximum on Instagram. And please do sometimes check the community post also. Community post time to time check करते रहे. मैं वहाँ पे important notifications देता रहता हूँ. Community post in the YouTube. And I have uploaded some notes also on my website omnigyan.net. That link has been provided in the description box below. And that's all from me for today. Thank you so much for watching the video, watching the explanation, and please don't forget to comment in the comment section that how you like the story. Okay, so I'm ending the live streaming here. Those who have joined live here on the live streaming, thank you so much for watching the video. And finally, with love from Omni Gyan, good night. I'm ending the live streaming, and finally, good luck to all of you. Okay, thank you.